We in fact are now shifting our focus to some other breaking developments that are now coming in. The Indian women cricket team wins big at the Asian Games against Sri Lanka. Indian women cricket team bags gold at the Asian Games. So another medal that has been added to the country's tally. There is another gold for India as far as the ongoing Asian Games are concerned, because the news that we're just getting in is that the Indian women cricket team has also managed to win, add another medal to India's tally at the Asian Games. They in fact have won against Sri Lanka. They've managed to bag the gold, as I pointed out. So this, remember, now becomes India's second gold as far as the Asian Games are concerned. On the cusp of creating history, there is gold for women's cricket team that has just been announced. Let's also now bring in our colleague Shivani, who's joining us on the broadcast. Shivani, give us more details. If I understand this correctly, this now becomes India's second gold at the ongoing Games.
Yes, so it wasn't, a tough match for India today. India did extremely well, dominating the Sri Lankan women with whom they were playing the final. Remember, this is a T20 version that is being played at the Asian Games, and it wasn't really much of a task for India. The Indian women's cricket team, already one of the best as far as the format is concerned. They scored 116 in the 20 overs and were able to restrict the Sri Lankan women to just 97. With that, they have secured their gold medal. The likes of Smriti Mandhana, Jemimah Rodriguez did extremely well for India, batting first. And then you have Tita Sadhu, who has taken 3 wickets, and Rajeshwari Gaikwad, who has picked up 2. So an overall performance as far as the Indian cricket team is concerned. And of course, we can expect some good news as far as the men's game is concerned as well.
So Shivani, as you were pointing out, India in fact beat Sri Lanka by 20 runs, if I understand this correctly. You said it wasn't really a difficult match. Talk to our viewers about the playing 11. Were there any changes that were done to ensure that India managed to bag this gold?
So it was a good overall round performance, as I mentioned, from the batting, from the bowling. India has played from the quarterfinals onwards. So there hasn't been much focus as far as, who are the people going to be on the pitch per se. India has a very all-round team that can deliver in any, situation. It can deliver against most opponents. But it is a new, experience, so as to say, in that sense, playing cricket at the Asian Games. And it would be important for the Indian women team to, kind of maintain their dominance as far as Asia is concerned. Like I said, it hasn't really come as a surprise, but of course, a gold is a gold, and it is a gold that is going to go as far as India's kitty is concerned. For team sports like cricket to be representing, the country in this fashion, where you're playing for the flag, or you're playing for a medal that goes up against the country's tally, is a very different experience, because cricket is not one of those sports which is usually featured in these multilateral sporting events. So in that sense, it's always a great event for, most athletes who don't generally get to be a part of such events to play. And I'm sure the Indian women have also enjoyed that experience.
Shivani, quickly also now, since this is already the second goal for India, what are the other sports that we can keep a close eye on where possibly there are big expectations for India to bag a medal? Okay, we'll try and get Shivani back, but that's the big update that's coming in as far as the Asian Games are concerned. Whereas we pointed out, the Indian women cricket team has won at the Asian Games. This was a match against Sri Lanka. They've managed to beat Sri Lanka by 20 runs, as our colleague Shivani was pointing out. Wasn't really a tough match as far as India is concerned. They've managed to bag the gold. This now becomes the second goal as far as India's medal tally is concerned. Here's now hoping that many more medals can be added to India's tally as well.